Peekaboo. What tea I got me a butterscotch London fog. So it's 2 bags of Earl Grey tea, steeped in hot water and then boiled for like 30 seconds. Butterscotch chips, a little bit of sugar, brown sugar, and frothed milk. It's basically a tea latte. And here we go. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. It's been a while since I played Switch Sports anyways. Haven't really streamed much since D&D, so. Let's see, what do I want to do? I want to do 10. Badminton. I want to do badminton. Kind of dropped the game because you need the Fall Guys Among Us skin. Most ambitious you've seen has been loose leaf tea. Loose leaf tea is expensive as hell. Like, I'm sorry, but I am poor. I cannot afford that. I don't. Oh, that's a little Among Us. Cute. Oh wait, they had a shark skin the other week, so I'm wondering when are they going to get to the goat skin? Surely it's coming. Yeah, they had a shark furry skin in Switch Sports. Hello. Hey, oh, I almost messed it up. Nani? Wasn't expecting me to get that. Oh. Surprising. Hey, yo. I need to move my chat window to the other side so I can see it better. Let's see. Blood Orange Smoothie Tea was the mix you got, and it's darn good. Only issue is the blend goes through the diffuser you use. We just got a follower. We just got a follower. We just got a follower. Wonder who it's from. Hey, yo, this is getting tense. Hey, oh. I don't know, but I'm blaming you, Jay. You're better at badminton. I'm not bad at badminton, or in this game, I should say. Like, I'm probably horrible IRL at badminton. And as soon as I'm distracted, I start falling. And Evie, you were all right. There was only a couple instances where you got really heated in Slinky's chat from what I saw, because I had his chat open. But like I said, I would like to just put the night behind us and have fun with Switch Sports.
Match point.
Also, thank you again for the follow. Welcome. Welcome to my little humble slice of dreamland. Hey. Oh. Let's go. Hey. Oh. Let's go. Hey. Oh. I missed it.
4-3.
Congrats.
Match point.
Well, that's nice of you, Evie. At least you recognize that you got heated. To be honest, I did too. Oh. 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 Hey. Oh. 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 Oh, fudge. Wow, we're going into a deuce.
Deuce.
It's always nice when it gets to a deuce, though. It means that you're playing somebody with similar skill.
5-4. Match point.
There you go. Oh. Okay.
6-4.
Man. I think I want to do tennis next. Hey yo, Reika. Points earned. Hey yo. Let's see, what do I pick? Sharkberry, Summer. I mean, the Summer does have that cool green outfit. And some really cute emotes, too. I'm not really big on the shark outfit, even though it's cool. I wouldn't use it. I'm gonna go for the Summer stuff. This one expires in 5 days, too, so I need to get as much as I can. Man. Da, 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 da. Da 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 da. Do 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 do.
Let's go.
I always get vibing jiggy with the Switch Sports music. Oh, nice. Do, 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 do.
Play.
Tennis, 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 tennis. Hey yo.
0.
Hey, oh. Hey yo.
2-0.
Bonk, 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 bonk. That was interesting. A low fast shot.
3-0.
Tennis. You said tennis. You're so cute. Hey yo, Racha. Fun fact, part of the reason people don't like Switch Sports is that apparently an issue with the Switch, particularly compared to the Wii, is that the controllers are so small that different people hold them differently. So it was a lot harder to get the motion controls feeling right for this game. I was reading the dev logs, and yeah, the Wii remotes are big enough and hefty enough that everybody apparently held them consistently, which meant that the motion controls were more consistent. Meanwhile, with Switch Sports, it really depends on how you swing the remote. If you like have, meaning other people can have trouble with it, basically. You have to learn how to hold the Joy-Con, how to swing the Joy-Con. So there's a learning curve, I guess you could call it. Plus, it's like Wii Sports Resort with the Motion Plus controls, which adds to the problems because some people aren't used to the gyroscope controls because they only played the original.
5-1.
Yeah. That's the thing, is like, I understand why Nintendo made the Joy-Con small. The idea, and like somebody pointed this out on Tumblr, I think it was, but Nintendo designed their controller to be accessible to everyone. And that includes small children. So the buttons are close together. They have like easy to press locations. They're designed for a small child's hand, basically. But a problem with that is that when you have bigger hands, it becomes harder to use. It's not impossible, but it's a little bit more fiddly. And that's why they made the Pro Controller, because the Pro Controller was designed to be the controller for people who wanted a big boy controller with easier to use buttons and it fits bigger hands. But they never did the same for Joy-Cons. To be fair, they never really needed to until now, because Switch Sports, I'm not gonna lie, is probably the first game to properly make use of the Joy-Con's motion control since launch. Closest second would probably be Mario Kart, but that's just tilting. It's not really about how you hold the remote, it's just directional. But there have been a lot of people who've been like, I would use the Joy-Cons more if they fit my hands better.
6-4.
They really just need to make some larger Joy-Cons, like Joy-Con Pros, I guess you could call them. And they wouldn't even have to do a nunchuck. They could just keep it the same layout as the Joy-Con, but make them beefier, you know? Make them longer, bigger, have the buttons more spaced out.
Match.
Honestly, it's Nintendo's strongest suit. I wish they would focus on it more, but the games that made the most use out of the Switch hardware, as far as like controller-wise, Nintendo Labo, Ring Fit Adventure, Mario Kart, Switch Sports. When Nintendo does the weird casual stuff, they really come up with fun and creative ways to use hardware. But they don't really do that much anymore, and it kind of saddens me. As far as the Joy-Con drift, that is an issue with the parts they're using. And it's not just an issue with Joy-Cons, because if y'all kept up, my VR headset, my Oculus Quest 2, I had to send my controller in like late March. Well, no, not. Yeah, like late March, early April.
Here we go.
For an RMA, because the left controller had drift that made the Joy-Cons look like it was nothing. 3 months. It took them 3 months to get a new one for me. Whoa, look at that knee. Seymour butt. Okay. I will give the weird fruit emojis a pass because it's Seymour butts.
0-1.
Can I get a Seymour butts? I got a call for Seymour butts. Classic. Anybody here named Hugh Jazz? I've got a call for Huge Jazz. Like, at this point, I don't care if I even lose to them. I'm just amused by me. There's more weird gamers, next question. You haven't played online with, like, Wii U, or have you? There's always been the weirdies on Nintendo services. Like the Check Me Out channel on the Wii, which I wish they would bring back. Allow you to download more Miis. But yeah, the Check Me Out channel, it had some weird ones. And Vtopia on Switch with the sharing me's and everything, there's some creative yet zesty ones on there.
1, 3.
I'm sorry, but Seymour Butts just completely derailed what I was thinking before when I went into this match. I have no idea what I was even talking about. Did someone make a lemon? Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a lemon me. In fact, I think there was the weird lemon dude from, I can't remember what show it was. It was like some cartoon. There was like a lemon dude, and somebody made that, I think. Oh god, not the annoying brutes. Lemony. the classic some of the Simpsons still does good jokes every once in a while, but it's kind of clear that the show's gone on longer than the writers can keep it up. Then again, to be fair, the writers, it had like 2 different finales, more or less, from what I understand, where it's like the show was supposed to be ending or canceled, and then they wrote a finale, and then Fox was like, nope, another season, let's go. So then you just have these weird series finales just sitting in the middle of the series. Honestly, Miitopia is the closest thing we have to the Check Me Out channel now. Wish we actually had like the Check Me Out channel. And I get that people want the makeup system in more games, and I think that would be good, but I wouldn't want it in all games. Like, I don't know. Mario Kart, I feel, would be a bit distracting.
5, 6. Match point.
But it does need to come to more games for sure. Oh. Ah.
5, 7.
Oh, another Tomodachi collection sequel. Yes, that would be nice. Peekaboo. Oops, put a little bit in my teeth. Tomodachi Life with the Miitopia makeup system. Oh, that would be hilarious. Streamers and content creators would get a field day out of Tomodachi Life with the Miitopia makeup system. Okami's just an old fart. They don't like a lot of things, to be honest, Jay. Like, they're good people, but they're a bit of a curmudgeon sometimes. Let's bowl. Bowling. Kitan. God, that slaps. I'm sorry, but butterscotch chips in a London fog, where they melt and give it this nice buttery butterscotch taste. Oh my god. It goes down smooth as fuck. Holy shit, why haven't I done this before? I've done it with coffee. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Do 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 do.
Bowling.
Oh yeah, with the Joy-Cons. Yeah, they need to make like a Joy-Con Pro. Or like a Motion Pro controller. That's what they could call it. Call it the Motion Pro. Sell it in singles and doubles. Ideally doubles for like Switch Sports. Have it similar to the Wii Remote, but with some Joy-Con additions.
Let's go.
Give it the heft. Make it rechargeable, of course. I mean, they already do have, like, what, the Nintendo 64 Switch controller? So just make a... They wouldn't have to do much to make the Wii Remote. And I think that lawsuit over the Wii Remote design's over, too. I think they won that.
Round one.
Hey, hello, John. John's jeans. I'm playing some Switch Sports. Circle pads? That's the thing. Nintendo twice in a row thought about doing circle pads. They were going to do circle pads with the Wii U, and then they didn't. And the thing is I love circle pads, but I guess like the Smash players break them, so Nintendo decided better safe than sorry. Because the circle pads, I love the feeling of the circle pad. Being said, I would not want Joy-Con for the circle pads, because not gonna lie, where the right Joy-Con is, the right stick is on the Joy-Con, it barely reaches my thumb. If it was a circle pad, oh god, that would be a pain in the ass to use. And I fucked this up twice in a row. I keep moving it by a mistake when I don't mean to. Oh my god. And the drift, yeah, that's just a component thing. It's like, I guess joystick components have gotten cheaper, both in price and quality. Because the Switch Joy-Cons, it's fixed literally like by putting like a sticker or a piece of tape or paper or something underneath the assembly for the Joy-Con, just so it holds it together. It's basically separating with use and getting dust in it. So putting tape under that gives it enough pressure to... There we go. It's a little too late, but... Something. Oh yeah, I was gonna move my window so I can actually see chat. No, I don't want to scan text. Let's see. Use a controller like 2 smaller ones. It's kind of just for the small families who can't afford the second controller. To be honest, I do like the circle pad, like the big one, because for certain kinds of games, the circle pad was nice. It was smooth, but it doesn't hold up to wear, and that's the big problem. Is that when you have controllers that are more likely to be thrown in a basket or tossed around and used by multiple people in the family, they kind of have to make them more robust, which is still funny because it's like the manufacturer of the sticks that Nintendo uses in their Joy-Cons. They're like really cheap components. Holy shit, that was really bad. Yeah. Let's see. Let's do some soccer. Number one potato. Number one, two. TIS-12. What is that? Texas Instrument Calculator? To be fair, though, I am glad that they brought over the whole combo control from Mario Kart 7 to Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe. I played on the gamepad on the original Mario Kart 8 because you could actually switch to gamepad mode for player one. So even if you're doing multiplayer, you had a screen all to yourself. And it played like Mario Kart 7 where you could tilt the gamepad and use the stick. And I do that to this day in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well. I will tilt the controller and use the stick to get advanced power slide controls. Because you can tilt the controller one way and then tilt the stick the other way. It's the old Lightning McQueen turn right to go left thing. And it means that you can build your power slide faster and get better control out of the angle you slide at.
Soccer.
Yes, I use tilt. I use tilt and stick at the same time. I dual wield control methods.
Let's go.
God damn, that tea's so good. It's the best of both worlds. You get the precision and the manual control out of stick, but you also get the smoothness and the fluidity and the fun of motion. I forgot how to play. I just want to get that. I'm out of stamina. Fudge. Oh, they're gonna get it. Wrong way. Yee! Meh! Oh! They had somebody had it. Oh! 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 That almost went badly. Oh! I will get back to chat here in a second. They're going to kick it this way, so we need to be prepared. And then their team kicks it. I was about to headbutt that in. Why did you kick it to the wall? Why did you kick it to them? Oh my gosh. Oh, headbutts take energy. Wow. Oh my god. Come on, number two. You got it. You got this. Oh. 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 Fudge. Can they... Ah! I'm out of energy. Is this going to go to overtime with no points? Ah! Oh my gosh. Why did you want Nani? Chotamate a minute. Number two, what are you doing?
Extra time.
Oh no. Oh, fudge! No! No! That literally went into overtime for a single point and they won. Oh my god. Let's see now. Oh wow, a lot of things happen in chat. You have a gripe with the right stick placement too. And you get why they're there the way they are, but sheesh, can't play FPS games with the Switch like Borderlands or Fortnite, Apex. Not as bad as Wii U or Wii U Pro without a Pro controller. Borderlands. The stick placement for the Wii U was good. Didn't have a Wii U or 3DS. Two top ones made sense for a game that had more 3D movement and occasional jumping. Oh, this 3DS Pro Circle Pad was weird. I had the new 3DS that had the built-in nub, the little track point, if you will. I kind of liked that, honestly. It wasn't good for constant use, but it was kind of cute. Oof. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Do 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 da 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 da. See what I mean? It's like you put hopes and dreams up with the Nintendo Switch music and it just works. It just clicks in place like a Lego brick. Just click. I don't know what it is about this music. I swear Toby Fox Ghost wrote it when he was doing the Pokemon shit. They're like, hey, you're in the studio, you're making Pokemon music. You mind doing a ditty for us for Nintendo Switch, you know?
Soccer.
I would actually like a WarioWare game on. Oh wait, we already got a WarioWare game on Switch. I mean like a motion one, like Smooth Moves. I think is what I was thinking. Because the WarioWare game on Switch, I played the demo and it's fun, but I don't know. I like the Smooth Moves to me was like the definitive WarioWare, unless you count DIY. Top stick placements felt like the trifecta of stick placements though back for the Wii U. The Wii U got a lot of things right, and then it got a couple things wrong, and those couple things wrong killed it. Why are you standing on the ball? Come on. Oh, there's a J here. Is that you, Jay? On. Really? Ah! Wow, they're really just gonna let it roll all the way out there, aren't they? And then they're gonna leave the goal open. Xbox cross PlayStation is all bottom, but Wii U was all top. To be honest, for 3D games, to be honest, you can't have one control scheme for just one kind of placement. You need different controllers for different kind of games. Motion controls, you need some beefy controllers. For like child's hands, you need small controllers. For like 3D games, you probably need stick placement at the top. For classic games, you probably don't want a joystick because they weren't designed for that and they tend to behave a little weirdly. Come on. eBay. Ah, fudge. Come on. Why did you kick it that way? This is not just funny, silly swing controller game. Oh, fudge. Oh, whoa, whoa. What is going on? And I said, hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And you left our goal wide open now. No. I swear I'm not getting put up with good teammates. Golden ball. We can make it back. We can get a comeback if we can get a goal in this minute. Oh, are you kidding me? Did you really just do that? We're going to kick it this way, yeah. Come on, get in. They left the goal open. It's wide open. Just headbutt it. Kick it. Headbutt it. Man, are you walking it to the goal? What was that? The dude just took a leisurely stroll. Just waltzed it right in there. Didn't even... Nani? Gonna kick it to the side there. So I'm going to overtime. Oh. Oh, okay. Get it, Courtney. Kick it. Oh, we need goalies. Oh my God, we need goalies. Somebody get it away from our goal, please. Courtney, get it. What? Tomato? What? Nani? Y'all are kicking it towards your goal. Do you know how to play soccer? Hello? Okay. Oh no. Oh no. No! That was such a weird game. What the hell? Even the Switch is like, yeah, I'm not deducting any points for that loss. You played.
Yeah.
That was so weird. It was so weird. I think I'm going to take a break, though, from Switch Sports. Wind down. Maybe just talk or something. I don't know. Pew! Peekaboo. Get some music going. What do I want to listen to? Music Pros. Do I do that? I involuntarily do the maw thing, in fact. In fact, sometimes I have to fight the urge to do it when I'm talking with, like, say, a disability lawyer, a therapist, a doctor. I have to fight the urge to make noises in public or with professionals. Because they just instinctively do it. Intriguing. Like I said, it's almost as if I was built for this. Who would have guessed Azrael Chamber being built to make monster noises? Oh yeah, by the way, it's been about like a week now with my new hoodie from my merch line, and I absolutely love it. It's got the rune on it, and it's in my colors, and it's comfortable. It's like it's summer, and I'm wearing a hoodie just because. Granted, I have my AC set to like 62 in the living room. Would set it colder, but it's having trouble keeping up as it is. Switch the information to chatting. Do. You tell people you think Baja Blast is mid, they tell you don't get the regular, get the icy. Okay. Regular Baja Blast is good if you get it with no ice and it has the appropriate amount of syrup. The problem you might run into is that some Taco Bells don't really like put enough ice in it or keep it cold enough. That's the thing. You need it cold. You need it ice fucking cold, but you don't want the ice in it because it waters it down. So depending on where you live and which Taco Bell you go to, it's like the water temperature might be different, the syrup concentration might be different, the carbonation might be different. It's why McDonald's Sprite, in fact, tastes different than regular Sprite. It's because they have higher carbonation in McDonald's Sprite. So, like, if you can find it, they brought it back in stores, but they have it in bottles and in cans now at like Walmarts and gas stations. So if you can go to like a convenience store and find Baja Blast in like a bottle in the refrigerator, get that. That is the one you want to try because that will give you the most accurate Baja Blast flavor. To a point, you see a few things between me and you, and if it makes any sense, like an alternative, you mean like you kind of feel the same way about some things. Like I said, Evie, I don't mean this in a wrong way. I mean this in actually a very nice way, but I kind of clocked you as either being ADHD or autistic or something. I got heavy neurodivergent vibes from you. Because, not gonna lie, a lot of neurodivergencies stem from the same difference in the brain. For those who don't know, a neurodivergency is short for neurological divergency. Basically, some people's brains are wired differently. And autism and ADHD and OCD, apparently, in particular, may all stem from the same kind of wiring in the brain. They just present differently. It's like all one big spectrum. And so and in particular, a lot of neurodivergent people tend to deal with the same kind of, I guess, issues and frustrations that others do. Also, why is it not capturing my music window? Oh, that's weird. It's trying to capture Siri music, and it's cropping wrong. Okay, that's weird. I have to fix that. Like, wait, where's my music player? Okay, that's close. That's too much. That's too much. Okay, so that's almost right. Now left is just a little bit too much. 70? 68. 72. 74. Oh, 73. 72. I think. I think that's right. I'm using get close and look. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There we go. Top is a little bit crusty too. There we go. There we go. There we go. See. Okay, if you like regular Mountain Dew, you might not like Baja Blast as much. If you don't like Mountain Dew, you might like Baja Blast more. I'm going to put it that way because I don't like Mountain Dew, but I love Baja Blast. Let's see. Yeah, neurodivergent does not mean dumb. Neurodivergent just means that our brains work differently. I mean, seriously, that's all it is. That your brain is wired to respond and react differently. It's kind of like we're the Macs to everybody else's PC. We're still technically a computer. We still do the same things other computers do. We're just different hardware, different software, same form factor. Music is a bit loud. Yeah, it does look like it's a bit loud, isn't it? My limiter is my tool is having, the ducker is having a trouble. Let's forget this. During some segments, I have to turn it down a little bit for the ducker to work. I don't know why. You're a root beer nut. Which root beer do you like, Evie? Do you like Barks? Do you like Mug? Do you like A&W? Are you a Jones soda kind of person? Or do you like the more finer tastes in life with artisan root beers from a local establishment? You're not overheating an old EB. Honestly, ADHD/ADD and autism in particular are very similar. They just present differently. It's kind of like autism in general is a spectrum, and ADHD or ADD is a spectrum, and they both stem from the same neurological differentiation or divergency, so they're part of a greater spectrum. So in many ways, the symptoms of them are just on opposite ends of the spectrum. You like all of them? Oh, cool. I'm a Barks kind of monster. I love Barks. A&W is good too, especially for floats. A&W is good for floats. I do not like Mug, but that's because Mug to me has a very artificial taste. It's more like root beer candy than it is actual root beer to me. I like ginger beer. It's like root beer, but with ginger instead of like sarsaparilla or whatever. I get that shit all the time and drink it. And it's good for the stomach too. Hello, Okami. Hello, Okami. Hello. Root beer candies though are kind of cool and nice. I kind of like the flavor. I like the flavor of root beer candy and root beer candy. When it's an actual root beer, I'm like, this is wrong. It's kind of like grape soda and grape candy versus actual grapes. It's like, eh. It's like if I want a grape flavor, I'll drink grape juice. I don't like grape soda because it doesn't taste like grape. It tastes like that grape flavor. But in a candy, I can stand it because I kind of expect that. Officially, you need to see what's called a neuropsychologist or neuropsychiatrist. It's short for neurological psychiatrist or neurological psychologist. They're a special form of psych that has neurological training. So they not only understand the emotional and the psychological side of things, but they actually understand the neurological side of things. And they're the kind of people who are qualified to actually test for like ADHD and autism. You can see a psychiatrist and get diagnosed, but unfortunately there's a lot of bad psychiatrists out there, and B, it's unless you have some really strong outwardly presenting symptoms, they tend to not diagnose you or misdiagnose you. That's why you kind of need to see a neuropsych or neuropsych, psychologist, psychiatrist, basically the same thing, just one can do medical. Psychologist is purely psychology, purely mental. Psychiatrist is medical plus mental, and neuropsychiatrist is medical, mental, and neurological. That's the thing, is that you need it's not a neurologist, it's not a psychiatrist, it's not a psychologist, it's a neurological psychologist or neurological psychiatrist. And depending on where you live, they might not refer to you properly out to those places. See, I didn't even know about such a thing until I had one really cool therapist. And she was like, yeah, you seem to be strongly feel like you're autistic, and I'm not qualified to diagnose you on that. And it sounds like you're not getting anywhere with a psychiatrist, but I can refer you out to a neuropsychiatrist, and they can actually do testing to see if you're autistic. And lo and behold, I'm autistic. Yeah. And my boyfriend went through the same thing. It's like he was actually had like evidence that had ADHD from childhood, and he was still having trouble getting properly diagnosed. And then he saw a neuropsychiatrist, and lo and behold, who would have thunk it? ADHD. It's the kind of thing where, unless you know somebody who's already gone through the process or know somebody who's familiar with the process, you tend to not know it even exists. I have talked to people who've had like government healthcare who had no idea it existed, who didn't even know neuropsychiatry was even a thing. They're just like, oh, my psychiatrist just said I was eccentric. And I'm like, yeah, most psychiatrists just say you're eccentric. Because the problem is that psychiatrists and psychologists tend to look for the negative coping mechanisms of autism and ADHD. That is, say all the bad parts of ADHD and autism. They're not really bad, they're just coping mechanisms. But if you're well adjusted, if you're somebody who's like actually masking their symptoms more or less, if you're adjusted to society to enough of a degree that it's hard to tell, they won't be able to diagnose you. Which is why you need the testing, which is to be done by a neuropsychiatrist. If it's being done by a regular psychiatrist, you're probably not getting the right testing. Yeah, I've worried about that too, Evie. I think a lot of neurodivergent people in general probably have that fear, just because it's I don't want to get into it, but yeah, that's a healthy fear, unfortunately. I will say I am glad I got neuropsychiatric testing, because it's like, hey, who would have thought I'm autistic? Sadly, I live in a state where I can't get health care for it because I got tested like a year too late. It's weird, but nonetheless, I'm glad I actually know for sure, because it's like how I found out was really weird. When I was growing up, people kind of painted autism and ADHD as like bad things, like really bad things, like things you wouldn't want, like diseases. But at the same time, I had an autistic cousin I didn't know was autistic until I was an adult, and I liked her. In fact, it was kind of weird, but I was like the only cousin she liked. And it turns out it's because I was the only cousin who didn't treat her like she was autistic. I just treated her like a normal person and understood her and had fun with her. So what the heck? The whole apartment shook. That's weird. But yeah, it's like I was the only one who, I guess, understood her. And she liked me. Because of that, it's like who would have thought the autistic kid who didn't know they were autistic got along with their autistic cousin? Sadly, no. Due to familial reasons, I no longer have contact with them. Oh, nice. Mega Man Battle Network 5 Double Team DS for $18. Sounds too good to be true. It might not be. Considering the fact that the collection was announced with all the games, people might be trying to offload their older cartridges. Granted, the Switch collection does not have the Double Team version, which is kind of weird. But yeah, when I was a kid, it's like I got along with my autistic cousin. Then in my teens, a lot of the negative coping mechanisms, if you will, started to present, and I also started having difficulties communicating with people and understanding people. I had troubles dealing with like employers and authority figures. Not because I actually had an issue with authority, it was but more I just had an issue communicating with authority, and authority didn't like me because of that. And it's like, why won't you listen? It's like, I am listening. I'm like, repeating and following exactly what you're saying. You're just saying the wrong thing. Tomato paste. So they only have Team Kono? No, the Switch collection, it has both copies of each game where there's 2 copies. So it like blue and white, or no, red moon, blue, red sun, blue moon. It has white and I think it may have been black, like black and white. It has Colonel and Proto Man, and then it has Gregor and Palsar. Fun fact, I've never played Mega Man Battle Network 6. I hope to play it someday. I actually want to pick back up Mega Man Battle Network, but I'm kind of waiting for the Switch collection. Though, at the same time, if I was to play it on my totally legit Apple Macintosh Game Boy Advance, I could skip the random encounters. Thing is, a lot of people hated 4, and I actually liked it. 4 and 5 were my jams. I have on cartridge Battle Network 5 Double Team. Still. It's like I had most of the games on cartridge except for like 6, obviously. But I still have 5 in DS form on cartridge. And it's like, it was a blast. The same thing with Star Force, and it's something I'm kind of sad about is that there's no like. I worry they're going to. Sorry if I disappear for a second, I'm itching my eye, but I worry they're going to like just ignore Star Force, because Star Force, fun fact, takes place canonically in the future of Battle Network. The world of Star Force was more or less single-handedly built by Lan Hikari. The Brother Band system is based on the Link system that Lan's basically entire family designed and he perfected. And it's just, it feels like a shame that the Battle Network collection isn't also going to have Star Force in it. It also feels like a shame that they don't have the DS games in it. And so I'm really wondering what's going on with that collection. In fact, I'm kind of worried about that collection. Because some of the screenshots, it's like the HD filter they have for it. I have an emulator on my... sorry. I have a totally legit Apple Game Boy on my Mac that does better filtering than that. And the text they chose to overlay on it is like, if that's actually a screenshot from the game, if that's actually the font they're using, that is atrocious. That's like Consolas. That's just the Windows default console font. See, Star Force is kind of like that too, especially the really slow ballad version of the Star Force music. I might have that in my library, actually. I think I have something Star Force related in my library. Let me look. Star Force. Falling Star. I have a remix. Da, 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 da. Fun fact, in my journey of rediscovering myself, Solo was actually kind of instrumental from Star Force in discovering that, because he's what made me realize about my markings. I was like, huh. That and the whole like weird loneliness and trauma as a teen shtick. I was like, that's weird. Like, why do I relate to you? You seem familiar. White hair, facial markings. Gold jewelry. Huh. And years later, it's like, oh, no wonder you seem familiar. You're not very familiar, but you're pretty dang familiar. Bum, bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, do, do, do. You have one friend that starts around 1 to 2:30 p.m. and Rise starts around 7 to 8:30 p.m. ish. You have a friend who starts 10-ish, but only on Saturdays. Interesting. I did, or I should say Misu did hit Battle Network 4, so maybe I'll pick up where they left off and start over with Battle Network 4. Play that for y'all on stream. Yeah. I start whenever. I'm like, I'm bored. Click. Unless there's an event going on. But I tried doing a schedule, but I really couldn't keep up with it. Misu couldn't either. They were better at it, but I just can't. Just finished up your Pac-Man Smash mod. Nice, nice. Da, 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 da. This music I feel in my soul, or what's left of it anyways. You could say the Star Force theme is like my second hopes and dreams. Just a deeply emotional song. I'm not crying, you're crying. Okami, do you need some Allegra? Because it seems like you're having an allergy attack. One friend who starts at 10:40 p.m. Dang, Evie, it's like everyone starts at all. You just, they need to create the streamer equivalent of a DVR. Because yeah, you can catch up on VODs, but sometimes it's kind of annoying. And not all streamers have VODs available. They need to have like a streamer DVR where you can just press a button and come back to it later, and it's just like right there on your computer. Hopes and stars? What about Dreamforce? Shooting dreams. God, that theme slaps. I also have this from the same album. One thing I wish Star Force did have though was the Navi customizer. Like, oh my god, the one thing I was dying for in Star Force was the Navi customizer. Because it's like, I get it, it's a different world, but the silly program, they went back to the like Battle Network 1 program system where it was just like basically a piece of armor you added on. They didn't actually have the Navi customizer, and it made me sad. And the thing is the scrap Star Force sequel, like I know I've talked about it before, but the scrap Star Force sequel that was going to feature Lan Hikari's great grandson, who's like a fugitive and a hacker. Like, oh my gosh, that would have been so dope to have a cyberpunk Star Force with Lan's descendant. Because that means with wizards coming back, which are basically covert net navies in Battle Network, or I mean in Star Force 3, that means we could have gotten the Navi customizer in Star Force 4, or wizard customizer, if you will. And it's just like, but not only that, that would have also been the first game to, without requiring a Game Boy Advance cartridge of Mega Man Battle Network, officially tie in canonically Battle Network and Lan Hikari to Star Force. Because that's the reason why most people don't realize it takes place in the future of Battle Network. Because the only other game to straight up acknowledge it without requiring any additional games or cartridges is a Japanese-only remake of Mega Man Battle Network that has a subplot of Geostellar time-traveling into the past to rescue Harp Note after she's kidnapped by a rogue net navi that was designed by the laboratory in Star Force 3. Quite a convoluted, shoehorned in kind of thing. And apparently the game did not sell very well in Japan, and that's part of the reason why Capcom gave up on Star Force 4. It was sort of like an anniversary thing for Battle Network, and it flopped miserably because it was like, honestly, for a DS Battle Network game, it was worse than Battle Network 5 Double Team. They just kind of utterly flopped on it for some reason. I don't know why. Granted, it had some quality of life improvements, and I kind of prefer it. But yeah. It just... I want my cyberpunk Star Force. Alternative universe where Misu didn't go to Azzy and you Yoda. You were... Yoda I was. As real I am. Meh. Yeah, like, gosh. But yeah, oh yeah, what I was saying is that outside of that Japan-only remake, in order to get the Battle Network content in Star Force, you had to have a copy of any of the Battle Network games in your DS or DS Lite Game Boy Advance cartridge slot. And after a specific point in the game, you would unlock a side quest where you collect diary entries from Lan Hikari. And at some point, you would run into like ghost code of megaman.exe, and you would get like the end goal of the mission would basically be getting special armor or weapon abilities. But it like they never really did anything with it in a non-official or a non-convoluted capacity like that. Because here's the thing, it's like when the early Star Force games came out, the DSi either didn't exist or was fairly new. And that was the first DS to get rid of the Game Boy Advance cartridge slot. By the time Star Force 3 came around, the Game Boy Advance cartridges and the cartridge slot itself on the DS line was basically long gone. So there wasn't really a good way for most players to even access this story content anymore. It's canon, it's lore, but it wasn't accessible. It's kind of like that weird DLC that only launches in Japan that some games have, where it's like, huh. So Star Force 4, when it was in the works, was going to be like the first international release full game of Star Force that would acknowledge Battle Network and its lore in official capacity. And then Capcom got cold feet on anything that wasn't classic Mega Man because classic Mega Man fans are kind of toxic, not gonna lie, and scrapped everything. All the X sequels, all the Battle Network / Star Force sequels. They just scrapped it all and went to like Mega Man 10 on the Wii U on the Wii Shop. Sorry, the eShop didn't come to Wii U. They're starting to acknowledge things again, but they're not really making any new games. They're just doing collections. And it kind of just, I don't know. The Wii Shop. La Wii Shop. Let's see. Let's see, shall we? Da 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 da. Got some 90s? I don't. '90s nuts and you got me. Got me. Actually, if we're doing some shop music, I much prefer the DSI shop. The DSI shop theme is like the Wii Shop theme's underrated little brother. It's like it's the Luigi of the shop things. It's technically better, but it's always in the shadow of its more recognizable brother. You asked 90s because Eurobeat. Hell yeah. Ooh, Wii Shop Ska. Mega Man has to have an identity crisis at this point. Okay, to be fair, let me turn the music back down. Mega Man, the original Mega Man series and Mega Man X, if I'm not mistaken, is the world where Wily's research is the one that receives government funding, because Wily was a roboticist. Mega Man Battle Network and Star Force, to that end, is the universe where what's his name? Land's grandfather or great grandfather, whatever. It's the world where the Hikari family basically gets the government funding, and they put it all into technology, like the internet and smartphones and artificial intelligence. So it's like a diverging path. Nintendo Switch doesn't have an eShop theme. It's sad. Dr. Light. I don't think it was Light Hikari though. That's the thing. I think Dr. Light is a Wily Universe one, but let me see. Battle Network, Dr. Light, maybe? No. Yeah, Dr. Light is specifically like Mega Man and Mega Man X. Yeah, in Battle Network, his counterpart is Tadashi Hikari. And Tadashi Hikari was the inventor of the PET and the net. The PET and the net. So you basically have a branching path line. You have government gives funding for robotics. You have Wily and Dr. Light. You have Mega Man, and then you have Mega Man X. Government gives funding to artificial intelligence and smartphones. You have Tadashi Hikari and Wily, and then their offspring. Because Wily is a villain in like the first 3 Battle Network games, but by 4 you end up fighting like Wily's like son or nephew or something like that. It's a weird relation thing. And you're playing as like Lan, who's like Tadashi's grandson. Kebo's just Mega Man. If Mega Man had a personality. That's the thing in Battle. That's the thing I love the most about the Battle Network series is that it gave Mega Man a personality. He can get sassy with Lan at times. I thought, what the fuck? I just got called Lan Sans. What the hell? No. Anyways, he can get sassy with Lan. He's also like kind of, I don't know. I want to say parental with Lan at times. It's like, Lan, you need to do your homework. Things like that. Hello, Russian bear. Rushing on by. So did my sound alert play? I don't think it did. My sound alert's broken? I think my sound alerts might be broken now. That's fun. Yeah, I didn't hear it either. Let me check my sound alerts panel. Because I can do tests. Dashboard. Your dream tokens. I'll get you your play. Don't worry. I just need to figure out how to refresh it. Replay. There we go. Yeah, I guess it just bugged out for some reason. But there's your play. Let's see, Mega Man. I actually have the whole anniversary album for Mega Man in my library. Let's see. Hometown. Do I want to listen to this? Boundless Network. Let's try that. I get that reference. But yeah, it's like it's the Mega Man iceberg is deep, and to be honest, I much prefer the Battle Network universe. But like I said, classic Mega Man fans and Mega Man X fans by proxy are a bit toxic, and they kind of scared Capcom into canceling things. For instance, Mega Man Legends, that's like a third timeline where like there's like pirates and shit. And like I do not know what the branch that caused Legends is. All I know is it's its own thing. And they were working on a Legends sequel and a Star Force sequel. And then they just kind of packed up shop and said, nope, classic only. Because classic fans were complaining that they weren't getting new games. And it's like, I'll never forgive Capcom for that. Capcom has a lot of creative talent, but they also are very much business oriented. Granted, Nintendo themselves are starting to slip into that now that Iwata's no longer with them. But I've noticed a trend in the gaming industry, both in and out of Japan, where the companies controlling these IPs don't really understand what they've got. They don't understand why people are playing their games. They don't understand why people like their games. They just understand that they have them and that they make money. So when they don't make as much money or when they get a bunch of complaints, they just kind of get cold feet. They don't realize why something failed. They just know it failed, and they throw the baby out with the bathwater, as the expression goes. And just like, yeet. And Capcom in particular has been known to do that. Honestly, I think I say Nintendo would be good stewards, but Nintendo of Japan would, Nintendo of America, no. My only problem and worry is that Nintendo wouldn't do anything with Battle Network or Star Force. They too would let it lie. They would end up doing something like Mario 3D World with Mega Man. Heck, maybe they would do something with Legend. You know, maybe at least the Legends fans would be happy. But I don't think Nintendo would really adopt anything Star Force or Battle Network wise, because like that pixelated graphics mixed with 3D and all that, I don't know if they would really be interested in doing that. Nintendo needs to help Mega Man. Mega Man needs your help. All he needs is the 12-digit card number, the expiration date. No. I'm joking. They have history. The thing I do like is that Mega Man's final Smash and Smash includes the Star Force and Battle Network characters, which is why I'm so frustrated they didn't make them Echo Fighters in Ultimate. It's like they just did costumes again. I'm like, it was right there. You could have done a Battle Network and Star Force Echo Fighter. It would have worked. Just reskin all the attacks. You know, it's like the same attacks, just reskin it. But, nah. But Capcom is warming back up. Like, they are doing Battle Network merch, and they have a Battle Network collection, which has been rumored for like 3 years now. They finally got to releasing it. I think the pandemic probably interfered with that. That and Capcom's lukewarm feelings towards the Battle Network series as a whole. But trying to think. My brain just kind of shut down for a second there. I'll have I don't know. Well then. I think I'm about done for tonight. My brain just gave out on me just now. I have no idea what I'm thinking about or talking about. But I've really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you all for talking with me and spending time with me. I really needed it tonight. I had a lot of fun too, just chatting and playing sports and having fun. It's been a blast. Sorry again for getting frustrated earlier. I'm not going to talk much about that, but yeah, thank you. Or sorry. Thank you for understanding. Sorry for that you had to witness that. Like, I promise that's rare as all get out. Like, that is not normally me. I'm not usually prone to outbursts. Danganronpa 1 could have released on Wii, so that's an interesting history. Fun fact, Nintendo actually spoke to Toby Fox personally to try to get Undertale on the Wii U. The reason why Undertale did not come on the Wii U, but did come on Switch, is because the engine Undertale was made in did not have a Wii U port, so it would have required considerable effort to make a Wii U version of it. It was just kind of a thing where it was made in a specific game engine and it just didn't exist on Wii U. Wii U had Unity, had Unreal, didn't have, I think it was Game Maker, but I might be mistaken. But whatever engine it was made in, it just did not exist on Wii U. So they really couldn't get it to go anywhere. And I think that's actually probably where Toby Fox and Nintendo's business relationship, if you started, because it's like Toby Fox released it on Switch. They've made music for a couple of Nintendo games. Sans is in Smash, you know. It's like they have a lot. They seem to be working together on a number of things. And my gut says it probably started with that initial attempt at getting it on Wii U. Yeah. Imagine the Wii U features, because it's like the Switch version has the Mad Mew Mew boss that uses the Joy Cons. Imagine what kind of a weird gimmicky boss the Wii U would have had with the touchscreen. For Undertale, that would have been weird. Like maybe have the battle span 2 screens and you have to move between the two. Use touch or something. I don't know. It probably would have been funny. But yeah, the engine wasn't on it, so it wasn't meant to be. But hey, it came to Switch, and I have the collector's edition, which is nice. I even have the locket. The locket leaves somewhat to be desired. It's a little low quality in build, but if for fan merch, it's to be expected. I mean, it's official fan merch, but it's still fan merch. It's not like some $100 locket. No, this was like a $70 bundle with the game, locket, music CD, all of that. So, yeah. Pointer controls and all. Yeah. Oh yeah, because the Wii U also had pointer controls like the Wii. So pointer controls and touchscreen. Oh my god. Toby Fox would have had a field day with that, I feel. Man, it would have been a really weird boss. Yeah. And fun fact, the Wii U was actually pretty powerful, but like its predecessors, it used PowerPC, a certain kind of processor that is kind of antiquated, and a lot of developers don't know how to develop for. And that's basically what killed the Wii U in the end. It wasn't the bad marketing, it wasn't the lack of understanding, because anytime a good game came out for the Wii U, it sold. Splatoon, Mario Maker, Mario Kart, Smash. Hey yo, console soil. So, but between those games, there was like nothing coming out that really sold the console. And that was because, well, developers didn't know how to work with it. They didn't know how to develop for it. And so it just kind of fizzled out because nobody had the expertise or the time to learn to make games run great on a Wii U. Yeah. It's like the Wii U had the power to run those games. The problem was the processor. The problem was that because it was different from other consoles and even mobile devices, it was really hard to port game engines to it. So there was only like Unity, Unreal, and maybe a couple others, and that was it. So you either use Nintendo's toolkits, web toolkits, or just like a selection of like maybe 3 game engines. So any games that were built on custom engines or used game engines that weren't in the list, they just didn't. They just didn't. They didn't work. It was too much of an effort to port games to it. Scott the Waz says all the American Wii U games, or almost. I want a Wii U. I want to play Wii Fit U. I want to play like Wii Sports Club, and I want to play like the original Mario Maker. I want to play. I just want to play all those games. It was actually a fun console. It was hampered by a hardware change. And the thing is that same processor that made it difficult to develop games for is what also made it backwards compatible with Wii games. That's kind of the weird, bitter irony thing, is that because it was a upgraded Wii, because it was a successor to the Wii that still played Wii games, just like the Wii could play GameCube games, it killed its ability to get new games. So it made it a glorified Wii. Yeah, it's offline with uploading, unfortunately, but you can still like make your own levels and have the costumes and everything. It's like there's still stuff you can do in it. It's like, and there's some stuff that was removed in Mario Maker 2, unfortunately. So it's like it still has some value. Nintendo killed Mario Maker 2 earlier than they had to. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nintendo's current direction does not bode well. Because since Iwata's left, they've focused less on their casual games, more on courting developers. They've been dragging out releases slower. Like, let's think about it. Unique releases on the Switch. Mario Odyssey. Splatoon 2. Mario Maker 2. Smash Ultimate. That's what, 4? The rest is like remakes of Wii U games. If anything, the Switch is really showing you how many good games the Wii U had. Because the games the Switch have are either remakes of Wii U games or sequel to Wii U games. Or just straight up Wii U games that they ported to the Switch, like Breath of the Wild. Outside of that, the only like new games for Switch they made are casual games like Switch Sports and Ring Fit Adventure, which are like Soul successors even. Two, you guessed it, Wii games. Switch Sports is a successor to the Wii Sports series, and Ring Fit Adventure is basically Wii Fit U meets JRPGs. Nintendo has the talent, and there's signs that Nintendo the talent was working on more at Nintendo than Nintendo was willing to let them under their new leadership. Because like Mario Odyssey, there is more than ample enough evidence pointing to the fact that there was probably going to be Mario Sunshine DLC for Odyssey. Like they were going to be adding Delfino Island most likely to Odyssey and having like new content for that. Never came. Odyssey never got any DLC. The closest thing to DLC it got was a VR mode for the Labo VR. And even then, it wasn't full gameplay. It was just like special stages, which was like weird, where you control Cappy, and it wasn't really fun. It's like, I would have preferred just VR Mario, please. And then it's just like Mario Maker. They had like extra they made it plural, like the extra themes section, and then they only had one extra theme, and it was the 3D world, and they hampered that heavily, I might add. And then Mario Maker 2 also didn't have the costumes anymore, and it got rid of some of the features, and it just kind of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And Doug's done nothing with making that memorable besides his name. To be fair, Reggie and Doug both had very little to do with Nintendo. They run Nintendo of America, the American branch of Nintendo. And outside of a handful of games, Nintendo of America has not really been directly responsible for like most of Nintendo's games. It's been mostly Nintendo of Japan. In fact, I want to say Sunshine was one of the few games America, in a way, did do. And also, when it comes to the split between Japan and America, Nintendo of America is also the more Disney-like side of the company, the heavy-handed lawyers, the mistreatment of employees. You'll read about how in Japan they're like supporting gay employees in their marriages, even if the Japanese government doesn't recognize it. Meanwhile, in America, it's like you have many employees talking about their bad experiences. Chito, kitty home. Ah. Man. Yay. Okay. I'm about to wrap up anyways. But yeah, it's like Iwata was the heart and soul of the company for a long time. He really he knew how to steer the company towards creative ideas, and while they didn't always work out, they were still always fun. And now Nintendo's more business oriented again, so they're kind of just doing the Capcom thing and playing safe bets, even if it means ignoring some of their fan base and just reducing the amount of creativity they have. I have a cat on my head. Chito. I get pets.
Every time.
E. Nintendo of America is basically just a translation and marketing branch at this point. They kind of always have been. Like I said, outside of a few games, they've basically really not been responsible for much as far as actual games go. He was, I mean, the man literally took pay cuts when the Wii U didn't sell. Twice. What other CEO do you know of in any recent year has taken pay cuts just so employees can be paid fairly? I can't think of anything. Jeff Bezos definitely ain't doing that. If anything, companies and CEOs are cutting people's wages and increasing their profits. But Iwata, it's like, no, the Wii U didn't sell as well as the Wii did. He took a pay cut. He didn't cut anyone else's pay. He just cut his own pay. The man was the reason we got the Wii in the first place and the DS. And it's like, he actually, when he said he had the heart of a gamer, I think he genuinely meant it. He knew, and not gamer as in like edgy, hardcore, like Call of Duty, Xbox. No, gamer as like somebody who likes to play games for fun. He understood what fun meant. He understood what making fun games meant. And he understood that fun games might not always sell as well because they appeal to too broad of a category. And Reggie did try to follow to some degree. He wasn't the best at it, and there were still some issues under Nintendo even during his tenure. But he at least kind of had he could talk the talk. He couldn't always walk the walk, but he could talk the talk. He was a good showman. And now that Iwata and Reggie are both gone, it's just kind of business. Numbers. With that, though, I think I'm going to spend the rest of my night with my boyfriend. It's getting pretty late. I've kind of calmed down now. I'm having a good time, and I enjoyed every bit of this chat. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who showed up and chatted with me and cheered me up. I really appreciate it. And with that, thanks for watching. As a reminder, if you're not already there, for those who'd like to, I have a Discord, ! Discord. I also have merch if you want to get yourself a little thing from me, help support the channel. And other than that, thanks for watching, and see y'all next time.